Hey, this is Eric from CrossFit Encino. The topic of this video is going to be how to create a weight loss plan. So we do a lot of nutrition and weight loss counseling with our clients, and as I go through some of these statistics with you that are on the board, what we've learned is that most people try to do this on their own, and we have found some effective and helpful tactics that people can use. So we'd like to equip you to use those on your own if that's where most people are going to be trying to do this, all right? So real quickly, go through some statistics. And today, we're just going to lay the groundwork for how we create this plan. Over the course of a couple videos, we're going to release information in manageable doses that are usable and will help you with some worksheets and other types of assistant services. Will help you create a weight loss plan for your own free of charge that you could do at your own, in your own environment. So anyways, 50% of Americans are on a diet at any given time, right? And of those 50%, of Americans, 80% are trying to do it on their own. So if you're trying to do it on your own, it's really important that you can take some of the tools that work successfully with coaching and try to use those on your own. 90 to 95% of dieters will regain the weight they lost within 1 to 5 years, right? That's an astronomically high figure. And then even worse than that, 50% of people that have had success on a diet will be 12 pounds heavier 5 years after they've successfully lost weight on a diet, right? So these statistics are kind of dismal, but the picture's not as bad as it seems. A lot of these things can be helped by having a plan, right? So on the back side of this board, we're gonna just dive right into things. All right, so when you're weight loss planning, there are 4 really, really important steps, all right? Step number 1 is you need to have a clear plan. Right? And that means you need to know certain data and have a way of tracking it. Things like, what are your starting weight and what is your ending weight? How do you know where you're going, or if you've gotten there, if you don't know where you're going, right? We need to know things like, what is the process? And we need that documented. Teach you, it's very simple. Then we need a form of accountability, someone who's gonna, or something who's going to help us stick to the path when it takes, 1, 2, 3, 6 months, and we need some way of keeping our eye on the prize, so to speak. And then the last thing is there needs to be a reward. And that reward needs to be sufficiently inviting, delicious, like it needs to be powerful enough to help get you through the weeks or months of a weight loss program. It's tough and it requires changes, right? So it either needs to be the visualization of your body or other things, and we're gonna go through how we create that. The second thing is we need to understand food, right? So people end up in these statistics if they are told what to do and not why and how to do it, all right? And what I mean by that is if I just tell you what to eat for 30 days without any explanation of why or how, when that 30 days is up, you're gonna lose the weight, but you're not gonna be able to keep it off because we don't give you tools to critically think about it. So we're gonna teach you to understand food and have a way to keep track of that. The third thing is we need to understand the limited impact of exercise. Exercise is great, it impacts your health overall, but the majority of studies show that people that change their exercise habits but not their diets do not sustain their weight loss results. They won't keep the weight off. And I'll post a link to a meta study of 600 weight loss studies that just completely hammers this point home if you want to read it, okay? Really, really important, but we need to know that it's got limited impact. The last part of this is we need to have troubleshooting options, right? People that have the most success with losing weight and keeping it off are tinkerers. They adjust and then reapply, adjust and reapply, and they're able to adapt to problems as they arise. So we want to give you a list of fail-safes or emergency reserve options for when things don't go as planned, and they won't go as planned, right? If you have all 4 of these things and you have them documented, you will have success with weight loss, right? So you can use the email submission form below and we'll send you all these videos over the next 4 days, or you can stay tuned and we'll release them one by one over Facebook and different media sources, and you'll be able to continue to opt in at that point. If you have questions, comments, or concerns, click the link for the blog post below and we'll address them, and stay tuned. We're gonna be sharing this really, really valuable information. Thank you guys.